Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day here. I'm actually across the state line in Wyoming. Last night was a special night. They opened up the Beartooth Highway, or they reopened it, I should say. It was closed due to damage from flooding for the last month, and it allows me to take a shortcut as well as access many trailheads. So you can see behind me some beautiful country. I'm gonna hike about 6 miles up in that direction to a lake. I'm gonna fish the outlet primarily. I've got a treat for you today. I've got a very special Tenkara rod that I can pretty much guarantee you've read very little, if anything, about or even heard of it, and certainly never seen any videos of anyone fishing it, so stick around for that. I've also got a gaggle of my Nissan Airstage Fujiru rods, the cypress wood handle. I've got several of them, and just going to play it by ear. I'll fish the outlet creek, and I'm also going to fish the lake. That may be a separate video. I'm not sure. It depends on how the fishing and the water levels are and all that kind of stuff, as well as how much time I have. But I see fish rising everywhere. This is just a little brookie lake here. I'll pass several Wyoming lakes, and I don't have a Wyoming license, so I can't fish them anyways. But we're gonna have plenty of fishing and get some good exercise today. So stick around, it's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm about an hour and a half into this. I'm almost to the lake. That's going to be my turnaround point at the 6 mile point. It's up at the head of this valley here a little bit. There's also a lake here behind me, but what I want to fish is this little creek that goes in between the two lakes. So this lake behind camera has brook trout. The one up above has cutthroats. So I expect to catch brook trout here, but it wouldn't surprise me to catch a small cutthroat that might have migrated down from the upper lake. So I'm going to rig up my special rod I mentioned, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Okay, so I'm all rigged up, and here is the rod I've been teasing about. This Black Beauty is an Anglo & Company Kawasa. It is a tiny rod when it collapses. Under, I think, 9 inches or 8.5 inches, something like that. It's just absolutely beautiful. You won't find any reviews on it, or at least I couldn't. Never saw any videos. But Tenkara did some reviews on the Anglo & Company Wasabi, specifically the 360, which I also have. They're phenomenal rods. It's a tiny company, not a big production, kind of one-off or, you know, made to order sort of mentality, but they are absolutely beautiful. This little rod is 9 feet long, and I've got a 9-foot level line and a couple feet or a few feet probably of 6X tippet and a little yellow yarn-bodied stiff hackle with grizzly hackle. Got a breeze at my back here facing upstream, so let's see what we can do with this little rod. Unlike some tiny rods that you see or know exist, this rod is not like a broom handle. It casts wonderfully. Oh, I got a fish. It casts wonderfully. Tiny little brookie. Holy cow. Look at that little sucker. I wonder why I had trouble detecting the take. I couldn't see the fly. There it is. There's that little fella. How pretty is that? Well, I didn't even get through the introduction of the rod. Hopefully there'll be some a little bit bigger, but I started to say this rod casts great. I've only used it one other time, and that particular time I was in a location where I shouldn't have been, catching fish that were a little too big for it, or the potential for bigger fish, so I was afraid to use it for too long. Got one. Oh, that's a nicer brookie. You can see that rod, how it bends. It's not a tip flex rod. It's nice. It bends beautifully for such a small, high number of segments. And I'll show you a picture of it collapsed as well. But this is a beautiful fish. Holy cow. Look at the colors on this thing. Okay. Look at that fish. Big head, dark lips, white on the tips of the fins, just absolutely gorgeous. And you could see that was a fun little fight on this little rod. It's capable of catching, you know, modest fish. It's not micro only, but I just love the flex of this thing. And when you get a fish on it, it just has a full bend to it. There's another one. Saw the line go tight. Oh, came off. A little hard to see this light colored fly with the wind and all. As we go up a little further up the stream, it gets a little bit narrower and higher gradient, so it'll be more like pocket water, not something this wide and as good of a pool, but it'll get a lot different character and very fun up above. There's another one. Ooh, that's even better one, I think. Ooh. A decent, oh, that's a cutthroat. Well, answers that question about whether some cutthroats can migrate down from the lake about a half a mile or so above. That's what that one is. Little Yellowstone cutthroat. Let's get this baby in and get a look. All right. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Look at that. Not a bad fish on this tiny rod in this little stream. Beautiful colors and spots on that cut. And there he goes. All right. Very cool. And the lake up above has very nice cutthroats in it, can be, in that 15 to 17 inch range. So I've got some other rods with me for that. That may be a different video altogether. Oh, look at them all. A bunch of 1 inchers, 2 inchers. Oh, there's a, oh! Had one go after it. There he is. Little brookie. Come here. I'll let you go. There he is. All right. There's kind of speed fish here. I'm sure we could be more thorough with it, but I want to get up to the lake and fish before hiking back. And there's a lot of stream here too, so we'll get into some different type of water here. Right now I can't quite see this fly. It's a small one and the color of it, so I'm just watching the end of my line, watching it tighten up there like that. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that came out from under the bush. A bunch of others just scattered. That's a really nice brookie. I saw him drift right out from under the brush to take it. Oh, he's getting me in the brush. Not quite as big as that other one, I don't think, but a pretty one nonetheless. All right. Nice little fish. And away he goes. Let that current up there take my fly down under the brush. Well, or not. I might have spooked the other fish already. Very clear water. And obviously I'd have room. There you go. I have room. I could use a longer rod if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I want to use this little rod. Oh. All right. A little brookie. Not a little different color on this one. Lighter, doesn't have a lot of that bright orange. Dark lips still. Male. Very nice. I've only fished this creek one time with my buddy last year. I've walked past it a number of times. One of the reasons why I love Tenkara so much is if I wasn't using a Tenkara rod, I wouldn't be stopping to fish here and missing all this fun like that. That's kind of like a wet sock. That one didn't. Oh, now he's trying to fight. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, come on. Got to be another one in there. There he is. Nice. Oh, look at the orange on this fish. I saw where they were hiding out. There's one. Skinny little fella. Whoop. Okay, you can see it's getting steeper up here. I'm going to try to catch one more fish in this little pool before I jump on that trail and hike up to the lake. I see a fish, a bunch of them. There's one. There were several in there. That looks like another cutthroat. Oh, just spooked one right below me. Come on. There you go. Skinnier one. There he is. A little thin. Oh, there's one right below me. I could have reached down and grabbed it in the water. I can see a couple fish in that shallow edge there. Cutthroats. There we go. Nice cutty. Oh, I gotta get down. Oh, no, he's going down. There, see if I can just keep him in this spot and land him. Come on, don't go down. He did. There we go. That's a good one to finish on. Another cutthroat. There we go. Not a bad fish for that tiny little pocket and this tiny rod. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Wanted to show you a picture. This is the Kawasa in all its glory. When it's broken down, you can see how tiny it is. And the cork handle on it basically is a, you know, perfect fit for one hand. But it is a phenomenal rod. You know, it's versatile. You can see I was catching tiny fish as well as, you know, reasonable fish in you know, this small stream. So can't say enough good things about the fit and finish on this rod as well. I'm gonna head up this valley here and get up to the lake. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video where I'm gonna use my Nissan Airstage Fujiru rods up on the lake and the outlet stream up there. Thanks for watching.